To know Sam early on, in part because I was running a similar program to Green Chimneys here in Colorado, a place called the Emily Griffith Center. So I sought out Green Chimneys and became colleagues and friends with Sam Ross, and for many years we corresponded together about the best ways to incorporate animals in the care of youth.
Cool.
And we both had a similar belief system that by placing youth in contact with non-human animals, that it offered them a unique opportunity for recovery. And so that's how we originally met, and it went from there. Well, as long as I've known Rollo, he has always wanted to have real research done on the impact and efficacy of the Green Chimneys model for the youth that he was working with. And throughout our discussions, especially once I moved and became an academic and started working here at the University of Denver, he became really interested in this question of what would be the right tools or best approaches to studying this topic.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that the impact of the manuscript has many, but I would say the ones that stand out to me the most. The first is that studying human-animal interaction or animal-assisted intervention has often been quickly problematic because people don't define what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And so from a standpoint of beginning to build evidence, one of the biggest problems, has been this capacity to study programs, in part because each program usually has not even taken the time or have had the talent to actually define or determine what their programs actually are, how they're put together,
mm-hmm.
and defining them with enough care and detail. And so I think that document lays a groundwork for defining the Green Chimneys model and program. And so I think Rollo would have just been absolutely amazed by that particular document. And so I think one of the most significant aspects of the accomplishment of the manuscript is its ability then to begin to create training models, training programs for persons who are actually working at Green Chimneys, so they understand how to use the medium or the model that they actually have often right outside their door. There's no doubt that it'll make an impact. It has started already, so the word is out there. I've heard kind of through the grapevine that people are now aware that the manuscript is available. Green Chimneys is arguably one of the most important proof of concepts of a therapeutic farm model or a center for the possibility and promise of animal-assisted therapy. It's especially relevant in the context that we've studied it through the lens of positive youth development as well. So I think it's done a couple of things. It's bringing together both the careful and detailed documentation that was done on that report, defining each program, and then in combination with its examination through these other forms of evidence-based practice, I think what we'll start to see is a model that can be reproduced, right? People for many years have wanted to travel to Green Chimneys just to see it. It's a popular site for people to tour, in part because they know it exists, but that doesn't always help them take that knowledge and begin to reproduce it. And one of the most important dimensions of research is to create models that in fact can be reproduced and demonstrate also good outcomes in other settings. So I would say maybe one of the most exciting potential would be that these ideas can now move, right? They can move and be utilized and be established in new settings. Yeah, I think one of the things that I would say is that we've had a long and valued relationship with Green Chimneys, all of the team members there. Rollo was obviously a very important friend and colleague, and for me, an early mentor. But we've had many great colleagues there that have allowed this project to take shape and have been informed, through them. And those colleagues have been lifelong partners in the development of the work we've done together as institutes. They have an institute there at Green Chimneys that has partnered with our institute here. We've been great colleagues on learning events and other shared initiatives, and that really without the synergy for moving this field forward together with both their team members and their clinical team and teachers and board of directors, this work would have been impossible to do. And so it's been an exciting collaboration and one that we hope will continue out into the future.
Awesome. Thank you so much.